to Naomi's Smiles. I'm kind of a hot mess today, so apologies for that. I just finished this book right here. But that is for another video, so I'm going to gently place this on my bed. I hate you. Pull it together, Nia. I'm about to start reading the second book in that destroying, heartbreaking series. But again, like I said, another video. Today, I said I'm gonna get this video up, but I'm gonna be recommending you guys 3 creepy books. I love horror, I love creepy stories, I love like everything in the creepy thriller, just like can't sleep at night genre, you know what I mean? And I'm sure some of you out there also love that kind of stuff, you know, I'm just like a total sucker for that. If there was a t-shirt for the movies The Conjuring and Insidious, I would be wearing it right now. We're gonna start with mild creepiness and work our way up to the creepiest book, which I think some of you can kind of guess if you've been like keeping track of what I've been reading lately. First creepy book, Spellcaster by Claudia Gray. I went into this book thinking it was just gonna be another sort of witch book. Holy mother of cupcakes, you guys. This book was so creepy at some points. Like, I did not see any of the creepy factors coming. Our main character, Nadia, is a witch, and she is moving with her little brother and her dad to this new town. This new town is gloomy, kind of weird, and it isn't until she gets there to Captive Sound that she realizes that there's some dark forces / weird magic going on that spirals into her meeting this boy who has this kind of curse on him. She finds out the whole town she's living in just has really weird stuff going on in it, and I went into this book again thinking it was just going to be another witch book, and I had never read anything by Claudia Gray, but she's one of my favorite authors now, and I need to read 1,000 Pieces of You. But anyways, creepy factor for this one, I would give this one probably a 5 out of 10 on the creepy scale. It isn't creepy to the point where you can't read it at night, but there is, I will say this, there's one character that freaked me out so much. Like, the creepiest part about this book is that the way Claudia Gray describes the setting, okay? She describes a situation using very creepy adjectives. I finished this book at about 2 in the morning, and I did not sleep that night because I just kept thinking of these really creepy, dark things that were talked about in the book. I would recommend this to all of you guys who want a mild, creepy story. It is fantastic. I love it so much. Alright, now on to the second book, our medium creepiness. This one, it's climbing up there with the creep factor. It's The End Games by T. Michael Martin. I read this book a while ago, and I'm not sure if I talked about the creepiness of it, but holy crap, this book was creepy. I went into this book thinking it was just gonna be a sort of zombie apocalypse novel, but whoa. There's several factors that make it creepy. So we follow our main character and his little brother. This sort of apocalypse just happened on the night of Halloween, and now there's these creatures called bellows that I couldn't really figure out if they were zombies because they weren't explicitly said, you know, this is a zombie. I don't want to call it a zombie apocalypse because these creatures or these people that have gone psycho haven't really been explicitly called zombies, you know, in the first part of the book. But these people are sick and attacking other people, and it's basically a zombie apocalypse. Okay, well, I'm gonna use the word zombie. Our main character and his little brother are now on the run, and our main character's main goal is to protect his little brother, not just physically from all the stuff that's going on, but mentally too. Both characters have this sort of PTSD, and because of that, especially for the little brother, and also some other psychological problems that I couldn't really figure out, I couldn't really put a label on, but definitely some problem. The main character has kind of made this whole apocalypse into a game. This is where it gets creepy. He told his little brother that these bellows are just creatures and they have to just, you know, kill them and run from them to win points, you know, to survive this game that they're in. And really, it's so much bigger than that. Like, the world is basically ending, and it's just creepiness everywhere. And the bellows, okay, these zombie things, the way the author describes them is so creepy, you guys, so creepy. When you get to the second half of the book, and especially the ending, you're left with this feeling like I don't want to open my closet or look under my bed because I'm just like afraid things are gonna come out. Creepy factor scale, I would give this book a 8 out of 10. Definitely not something I would recommend me reading at night, unless of course you're like an avid horror movie watcher like myself, in which you can kind of handle, you know, reading this kind of stuff at night. This last book is an adult novel. I would not recommend you read it if you're under the age of 16, but you know, if you feel like breaking the rules and being a rebel and possibly not sleeping for 3 weeks straight, you could go ahead and read this book, but I'm warning you, okay? Warning on this book. I'm just gonna right away go ahead and say I gave this book an 11 out of 10 on the creepiness scale, because holy moly, there's some parts of this book that not even I had a hard time getting through. You by Caroline Kepnes. I'm just gonna be blunt here. I have not read the second book yet because I don't know if I'm like physically ready to handle more of this creepy freaking psychopath. Because it is told in second person, that literally boosts it up to an 11 on the creepiness scale. In this book, we are in the mind of Joe, who is this psychopath. Joe is a stalker. He is messed up on so many levels. In this book, he is stalking this girl that comes into his store. He works at a bookshop, which makes it even more scary because now whenever I go to a bookshop, it like freaks me out. He works at a bookstore and this girl comes in, and that's when it starts. The creepy part about this is that you immediately know he's a psychopath just by the way he thinks. Like, you're in his head and he's describing everything that's going on. It's told in second person, but the way he describes things is in this sort of possessive, I'm in control, I'm this creepy psychopath that's making everything happen, and it's so creepy, you guys! This is the creepiest book I've ever read in my life, and I want to read the second book, but I'm scared to, but I really want to. The story is just entirely him stalking this girl, and it's making me sound crazy for enjoying reading a book like this. Again, there's a lot of adult content in it. You're in this psychopath's guy's head, so there's no filter on anything that he's thinking, on anything that's going through his head. It's just basically, it's like a stream of consciousness way of writing, and I love that about this, is that it doesn't even feel like a book. It feels like you're in his head. It is so good. 11 out of 10, like I said, on the creepiness factor. I wouldn't recommend reading it under the age of 16, but it is awesome if you love creepy books like this. Alright, those are all the books that I have to recommend to you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I plan on making more recommendation videos. Please let me know down below if you have any more books that you want me to recommend to you. For example, like if you guys want me to recommend fantasy books, which I am going to do, it's on my list, but any sort of genre, any sort of creepy, anything. Until next time, keep reading, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!